A California state senator wants to repeal parts of an anti-loitering law that he says discriminates against transgender people. State Senator Scott Weiner has put forward a bill which would overturn what activists call the Walking Well trans law in California. Joining us now is California State Senator Scott Weiner. It's early on the West Coast, so thanks for getting up to speak with us about this important issue. We appreciate it. So we should say this law is actually officially called the Loitering for Purpose of Prostitution law. In your mind, in the minds of many advocates, how does this law unfairly target transgender people?
Sure. Well, thank you for having me. So this law was passed in the early 1990s during the height of the war on drugs and our efforts at horrible mass incarceration. It was just a bad time period. And the law was passed explicitly to, quote unquote, clean up neighborhoods for people who were, quote unquote, undesirable. And so this law, all it requires is that a police officer think that the way you're dressed or the way you look or the way you're walking means that you want to engage in sex work. So it's absolutely profiling. Your clothes are tight, your hair is a certain way, you're talking to other people, you must be engaged in sex work. So it's really targeting trans women, Black and brown women. It is classic profiling and discrimination. It's really a law that has no reason to exist.
And you've actually seen numbers that show that this is disproportionately impacting trans people and people of color, right?
Yeah, so this law very disproportionately is used to arrest particularly Black and brown women. And a lot of trans women get swept up in it for sure.
Now, New York repealed its version of this law. Did that inspire your legislation? And how does your bill look to overturn California's law?
Well, we've been doing over the years work around sex work and trying to stop stigmatizing sex workers and trying to make sex workers safer and decriminalizing different aspects of sex work so that sex workers are safe. And so, yes, we saw what New York was doing, and actually my law school classmate of mine, State Senator Brad Hoylman in New York, was helping push that law forward, and it was inspiring to us, and I'm really thrilled that New York was able to repeal this terrible law. California now needs to do the same.
All right, California State Senator Scott Weiner, thanks so much for joining us, and we'll make sure to keep our viewers updated on the progress of your efforts. Thank you.
Thank you.